Hey everybody, it's the beginning of a new vlog. It is Saturday, March 16th, and I got up late today. It's 9:30 and I'm not taking a shower right now. I want to chill after the insanity that was this week, but I was doing the math and I have 4 days to read 5 books. Or is it 5 days to read 4 books? 1, 2, 3, 4, I can count. 5 days to read 4 books. And so I need to not only finish The Killer Collective today, but at least get decently through another book. And I might, because I'm not doing many chores for the rest of the week, I might do The Mummy Case and knock that one out. Because again, I love leaving the group book for last, and that'll leave me hopefully 2 solid days to read Alethea. But even then, I'm cutting it a little short. Maybe I can, I don't know, I'll make it work. But I just realized I need to step it up a little bit. But I'm not going to have too much going on today. My husband is leaving for a wrestling show out of town, and I'm staying and chilling. Because like I said, I've had a horrible week. So, there might not be as much in the vlog today. Maybe I'll do a read the rest of the book in one sitting challenge just for fun. But it's really just going to be more laid back. An easy start compared to the last vlog. I fucking have to share this. The weirdest thing just happened, and I don't quite know how to explain this. So I'm just chilling on the couch, right? Just telling myself I was gonna read a book. I wasn't. I was looking through my phone, and I get this knock on the door. So I go. These 2 women are standing there, and they go, "Do you know God's purpose for your life?" I'm not Christian. I lied to say I was, because I was hoping I would get the thing over and done with sooner. Just because, like, you know, I lie about that stuff because I'm not about to deal with it. So she goes, "Well, can I share this bit of scripture with you?" And I said, "Sure." It was from Genesis, and it was like, God's purpose is to become fruitful and fill the earth. And I was like, okay. And sure. And she goes, "So you know what God's purpose is? Like, become fruitful." She's like, "Yep, have children." I was like, "Are you yelling at me for not having kids? Like, how?" Okay, first of all, you knew enough to know I didn't have kids. Do you know enough to know I haven't even been married for like a literal year, so like you're asking a little bit much. Second of all, who the fuck is it to you? I'm very annoyed right now. But it totally took care of my lethargy. I am not all kinds of like lazy right now. I'm annoyed as hell, but I'm not lazy. So, I'm gonna do Facebook Live this. This shit's weird. Ooh, the lighting is horrible right now. But I finally got to reading. It's picking up. I'm still not halfway done. I just realized I got a lot to read tonight to get this done. Well, today. It's not night. I actually was interested in one thing where the guy talks about, because it's like all spy and everyone's trying to stay, you know, hidden and all that political thriller joy. And one guy talks about how he has to take a taxi. He can't take a Lyft or an Uber because it's basically like putting an ankle monitor on. And I was like, I never thought about that. Like, everyone knows how like cell phones are that kind of bad, but like if you're like a spy, you probably can never take a Lyft or an Uber. So like, what do you do if taxis actually go out of business? It's like little things like that. I love it when books do that whole, you're like, oh, that wouldn't work. I'm really enjoying this. It's picking up. There's just enough like kinkiness from certain characters that lets me know that, are they just covering their own ass, or are they into something bigger? So yeah, apparently coming to my door and trying to Bible shame me for not having kids is a great way of jump-starting my brain. Weird jump start, but here we go. So for an action book, there's a lot of like really romantic moments in this, or rather like almost melodramatic in a way. Like there's 2 different couples that like love each other but also aren't sure if they should be together. And the one thing I love is that the guy in the group that's like known to be the most like terrifying, and he's called the Angel of Death, and he's the toughest, is also gay. And I love that. I love that breaking of the stereotype of, you know, he's not the flamboyant one. He's the one that could literally kill you with a toothpick, but he loves his boyfriend Nico. That's so cute to me. I don't know why. But yeah, everything about this, it's such a nice turnaround from reading 2 books that I didn't like. I probably will add this author to my list of authors to keep an eye out for. And it also has a pretty decent rating on Goodreads, which action books usually don't. Action books usually suffer a little bit. But this one has over 4 stars. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. According to Kindle, I have 1 hour and 9 minutes left, which is whatever, I can get that done. And then I'll switch to reading, probably switch to reading The Mummy Case, get that finished because I don't really have any more chores. So if I'm really on it, I could probably start Alethea tomorrow and give myself like 2.5 days. It's still 530 pages. Why, Megan Tennant, did you do this to me? All right, I am less than 100 pages from the end of The Killer Collective. I am really surprised, as someone who loves action stories and that kind of genre, to find this level of dedication to the softer side of things, especially coming from this, I don't know if he's straight, but he's a white man, the author, is very surprising. I mentioned before that one of the protagonists, Livia, was a survivor of human trafficking, sex trafficking, and as a result, there are certain things about physical relationships that are still, like, off limits for her, and her love interest, and I love the romance, is very aware of them and never pushes them, and, like, it's a thing, and it's done very tastefully in that, you know, she's not, no one berates her for not being over it, like, any of that. It's all done very respectfully, and as far as I know, I don't know too much about recovering from sexual assaults. Thankfully, I've never had any firsthand experience, but that's very common, is that, like, the feelings of not wanting to do that kind of thing don't necessarily go away ever, or at least not totally. And so I really like that it's there, and that there's, like, a bunch of romantic stuff in this. Like, I love the softer side of it, on top of, okay, big giant thing going down. So I'm definitely going to be adding Barry Eisler to my list. I have not finished it yet, but unless he really foobars it, this should be at least a 4-star book. And if he nails the ending, probably a 5. Finished. I have finished. I was really impressed by all of the sources he had. Like, he had all these, like, the sting, the child pornography sting that one of the characters was working on was based on a real thing, and all these things, and he was like, you can look up this, this, and this, and here's this thing on it. Like, he had basically a bunch of sources. He basically had footnotes almost, and I really appreciated that. And then I go to update my Goodreads, and that's when I finally noticed that this is the 10th in a series, all featuring the same Japanese-American hitman, essentially. Although I like the way this one ended, so I don't know that I'll be jumping into reading the old ones yet, but I'll keep it on my mind if it ever gets to the point where, like, I need another action book, or I'm feeling another action book, because he did it very well. I was very impressed. Now, it's 8 p.m. I have really done nothing today. It's been delightful, seeing as I only have tomorrow still left, and then I'm back to work on Monday. But I might do a little reading with The Mummy Case tonight, maybe a little. I mean, I've already started it. It's a really quick read. Honestly, I could read that before we go to the musical we're going to tomorrow. I'm so excited about that, too. I'm really sad because there's not that much going on in this vlog compared to the last one, but maybe that's for the best. If I read again, I'll update you again. If I don't, good night. It's Sunday. We're gonna go out to a late breakfast like we usually do. Maybe I'll vlog it, maybe not. I gotta get this nonsense taken care of before we go. I want to do a little bit something creative today and a lot of reading. Obviously, I need to finish The Mummy Case and do the dishes. Audiobook time again. I will check in with you guys back. I might vlog a little bit while I'm there, just for fun. We thought we got rid of the snow. We did not. I hate March. Cowboy Marine. Sure. Looks so cool, but it feels disgusting. We're home, and now I gotta go do the dishes and listen to the audiobook while I do it. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the vlog. And after I do that, I'll probably switch to, well, no, I'll keep with the audiobook, I think, for a little bit, and then I'll switch to reading it, and I should be able to finish that book today. And then I'll be sitting pretty. So fun fact about me, I have a lot of pen pals, and I like to decorate the envelopes that I send the letters in and make them all pretty because it's a thing. There are some pen pal women with some serious aesthetics, and they make flip books, and they use strange materials to make the envelopes, but all I have is plain white envelopes and Sharpies. So that's what I work with, and I'm bored, so I'm going to take you along with me decorating my envelope. Maybe I'll listen to the audiobook a little bit as I go. We'll see. Ta-da! Not my total best work. I was very aware that I was filming myself while I was doing it, but you have the spaces for the addresses, which aren't there yet because I don't want to have to edit them out, and I really don't want y'all knowing where I live. No shade. But I am going to get back to reading. Maybe take a walk. It's still snowing out. No, that's just snow blowing off stuff. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm on chapter 3 of the book, which isn't too far in. I just don't want to speed up the audiobook. It's just, the narrator's so much fun when you don't speed her up. But I'll check in maybe in a bit. So, 2 things about this book. One, I always love the relationship between Amelia and her husband, Emerson. They're just so cute together, and but not in a stereotypical way. He has a temper and she's always dry and sarcastic, but it plays off each other so well. And also, okay, this is written in the 80s, but there's this religious sect in the book called the Brothers of Jerusalem. But they keep calling them Protestants instead of Protestants. But all I can think of is they're Protestants that are bros. Which wasn't a thing that the concept of bro in the way we know it didn't exist when this book was written. But still, that's what I think of, that it's a bunch of dudes in turbans and robes that also have snap caps on top of their turbans, and they're bros. Every time that word comes up, it distracts me. But I am over halfway. That's the front. So I should be able to finish it, which is great because I've only got hour and a half more before we leave, and we're not going to dress up tonight, but I want to get something a little at least better. So yeah, going well. I love this book. I might bring it with me if I have to. I have nothing against that because I've really got to get this finished today so I can start Alethea tomorrow. And I'm definitely going to do a little vlogging tonight. I think it's a lot of fun. So, on our way to dinner, I haven't finished the book yet, so I might actually be reading over dinner or when we're sitting in the theater waiting for it to start, because I'm finishing this tonight.
Who are you talking?
So we finished dinner, we're walking over to the theater, I finished the book.
Who are you talking to?
Would you stop? This is our friend Tim, this is his birthday present, he loves Rock of Ages. So I finished it. I probably won't start the next book tonight. Maybe if I'm feeling really on it, but I'm gonna go enjoy some delightful 80s hair band music.
I told you we're in the.
Sean posted it with the face.
Hi, it's intermission. I almost called. Oh, you thought it was a selfie? Checking in. How are you liking it? How are you liking it?
Awesome, amazing, love it. Best birthday present ever.
Follow me on Twitter at OneRealSmartAlex.
Oh, off the chest to the regal. Off the chest TR to hear me and Alex talk about wrestling and attempt to be funny.
They've been waiting to plug that on my channel since I made it. Finally home. I am going to not read because it's like 10 and I gotta work in the morning. So I'm probably going to watch YouTube because I've got like a backlog of videos to watch, and I'm going to start putting this together because this is going to go up. I need to finish doing it tomorrow because I'm doing it in 3 pieces, so hopefully I can make this work. But it was fun. I got another book read. Tomorrow is the big challenge. I got to read a 500-page book in 2 days, so I'll make it work. Night. Alright, it is Monday, March, whatever. I'm so tired. I slept like utter crap last night. And I gotta go back to work. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of reading in the car before. And probably at lunch because it's an ebook. And then really hit the ground running tonight. But I also gotta get some groceries, so it's gonna be a day. Just got home from work after getting groceries, and I've got like 20 minutes before I have to go pick up my husband from work and then start dinner, and I still have to read 3 hours tonight. Remind me why I did this again? Alright, I'm home. I got my husband picked up. I got dinner started, so I have a second to do this first. I got book mail, which I almost never do. This is, ooh. Oh, it's cute. All wrapped all pretty. Alright. Cenote City by Monique Quintana. I believe it is a super trippy, oh dude. Sorry, it's a super trippy indie novella. It says in the back, Loon's mother cannot stop crying after all the hospitals shut down. She cries and cries, and finally she is exiled to the cenote, where her tears endlessly fill the giant sinkhole. She becomes a big tourist attraction. People come from miles to see Macrina cry into the cenote, part prisoner, part carnival attraction, part saint. Macrina's story is one of heartbreak, love, and endurance. This is the story of Loon, of Macrina, of Loon's son Nico, and of a strange place called Cenote City, where the world of magic and the dead entwine with daily life in enchanting and unsettling ways. So I think this is kind of Day of the Dead-y. I really need to double check my pronunciation of that word, because one sec. It's Cenote. I got it wrong both times. So I actually, I saw this out. There's like, she put little, oh, that's so cute. She put flower seeds in there. I actually got this from the author. I mentioned something to her. I was asking about like, oh, do you have, do you know if there will be ebook versions? Because I love to buy it to review for my channel. And she goes, oh, I'll just send you a copy. So this is straight from the author herself, an indie author. And you know me, I'm all about those. And she sent a little card too. Oh, she has pretty handwriting. It smells good too. This is a great piece of book mail, guys. Margaret, thank you for reviewing. You're doing important work. In admiration, Monique. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. This really does smell so good. Girlfriend is a fantastic one-woman marketing team. If I had gotten this from like a publisher, it would have stood out to me. Not that I ever get things from publishers, but if I had, this would stand out. Thank you, Monique. I have such an insanely busy month, but I want to get to reviewing this as soon as possible, so I might have to sneak into the beginning part of April. I think it's only been out since March 5th, and it's not too big. But yeah, I'm really excited for this, and I'm really excited. This is the second book I've ever gotten free from the author directly to review, and I'm just so happy. So thank you. This is awesome. In case you couldn't tell, this is my favorite reading spot. It is just after 5:30. Dinner has been made, and the husband has gone off to his second job. I am hoping, got my Kindle here, maybe if I read for like an hour straight, no interruptions, I can knock out most of it. I want to get to 50%, which nicely enough, this thing tracks. So, if I get to 50% tonight, I'll count it good, because there's other stuff I want to do. I need to get this, like, put together and uploaded for tomorrow. So, let's get to work. Lying down was a mistake, because I spent that entire time wanting to go to sleep. I'm very tired. I did not sleep well last night. I'm so close to my 50% mark. I'm at 38%, and I could probably get it in another, like, half hour, 45 minutes, but my brain is kind of frying, and I don't want it to feel like that. As for the book, it reads so much closer to YA than NA, so it's not my favorite, like, to the extent where when the love interest is introduced, it's his eyes are pools of water with flecks of this, that, and the other thing, and so it's to a point where it's like, it's basically YA, even though I think the protagonist is supposed to be, like, in her early 20s, but I don't know, it's just it's whatever. I like some of the book, but there's very much this teenagers are all under oppressed and all the authority figures are to blame type of thing, with very few adult figures being oppressed, very few, like, knowingly adult figures, very few, like, you know, nobody in their 30s is being visibly oppressed in the book so far. So it's very much YA, and I'm reading so much YA. I guess I shouldn't be too annoyed. The next readathon I'll be doing a ton of adult, but right now it's just don't mind the crazy post-shower hair. I am officially halfway done and really happy about it, because I wasn't sure how long it would take me and I still wanted to do some other stuff tonight. I'm gonna get this put together and uploaded for you guys tonight. You probably won't see it until the day after. Hopefully I can get the next book and a half read within the next 2 days, so I can finish Witchathon, watch the live show, and jump right into Sequelathon, because I decided that I wanted to read at least a dozen books this month, and I'm making it work. So this has been awesome. Thank you for coming along. I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous tomorrow.